Hi everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 5. So, let's continue where we left off. I tried to get Ethiopia into some kind of war, but they are just not willing to declare war on anyone, unfortunately. And no one is willing to declare war on them, partially because they have the strongest army. Germany might do it at some point, but they are currently busy with two other wars that I made them start. And he just entered modern era, alright. How many techs does he have? 47 techs. And we have 41. How's our spy doing? Should probably send him somewhere else. 100 turns is a bit much. We could send him to Berlin. It's not a terrible idea. We can try at least. Alright, let's try at least. 100 turns is a little bit too much for my taste. Not going to wait that long. 13 population in Port Royal, 7 turns. We can work the stone. We'll get some hammers at least. Alright. So I was thinking about taking Moscow, but the problem with Moscow is that it won't be connected to my trade network unless I start a coastal city somewhere around here, which would not be a very good idea. So I'll pass for now. They don't have any wonders. So there's no real reason to take it right now. And it's not really a strategically important city. I don't need it to access someone else or something. It would be easier to attack Austria from Moscow, but I don't plan attacking Austria anytime soon. Austria isn't really a problem in this game. The two thieves that are a problem are Germany and Ethiopia. So I need to focus on that. It's a shame Addis Ababa is not a coastal city. It would be easier that way, but oh well. 360, alright. We need to improve our income a bit. That will involve building a few banks. At least we don't have to worry about happiness too much, but I still need Byzantium to pick an ideology. I can't really decide an ideology before Byzantium picks theirs, because I risk massive unhappiness. I'll just wait. They should pick their ideology soon. How many techs do they have? They got 44 techs. So if they want to build 3 factories, they should enter modern era soon. Alright, improve the spices and let's finish that road. It's almost done. It will be done on the next turn. I will likely have to use a citadel to keep Mecca connected. That's probably going to be unavoidable. But I suppose that's okay, we got 2 generals. How's the scientist? 3000 science. I'll save him a little bit longer. We still have to finish the university before starting Oxford. There's no need to rush electricity. No point. It won't speed up Oxford. And I don't necessarily want to build Oxford too fast. Because again, Byzantium needs to pick their ideology. Another farm. Well, actually, it might make sense to get a trading post or two. Since my income isn't exactly impressive, and I won't be able to work trade routes with Ethiopia once I go to war with Ethiopia. I will probably need a citadel somewhere close to this city. I'm glad I got 2 generals. Anyway, cargo ship. That's going to be what? That's a new cargo ship. I don't really want to trade with Ethiopia with all my ships. What's the best trade route that isn't to Ethiopia? To a city-state. Genoa. Where is Genoa? Good question. Let's have a look. Oh, over here. Right. Right next to Tortuga. I suppose we could do that, yeah? So, Tortuga to Genoa. Yep. Off you go then. And that's that. Plus 1 population in Puerto Cabello. We can work the mine. Could use some production. I did queue up some factories because obviously we need them. And then we need public schools. I hope I'll be able to steal a take or two, because that would help us catch up. We do have a lot of research elements incoming though. So we should get pretty close to dynamite soon. I'm pretty sure we'll get dynamite in around 20 turns. And I need to wait for the Croatian friendship to expire anyway, before even considering declaring war on Ethiopia. Alright, let's repair all the farms and the road is done. There we go, so Mecca will be connected for now. And we can sell some iron. It might be better to save it for some frigates, actually. I wouldn't mind a frigate or two. There aren't a lot of coastal capitals in this game, but having a few frigates and then battleships will definitely help. Need a new automatic faith selection. I think we should save our faith for engineers and scientists by now. I could use it to buy a public school somewhere. That would cost us 600. That might be worth doing. We could do it in Nassau, because Nassau has very low production. We could just faith buy a public school in there. Otherwise, it will take forever to build it. That's probably a good plan. And one more turn. We can annex Mecca on the next turn. So, any more improvements? I'm tempted to buy at least some of these hills. We could use that for production. Let's just buy this one, it's not a big deal. Next. 12 turns to get the next policy. Oh, I sold all the spices, but we are about to improve one more. Okay then. So, mine, obviously, and cargo ship. That was an existing trade route. Yeah, that was production to Puerto Cabello. I think I can live without that. That city still has decent production, even without the trade route. And I really need some gold. I might just trade with city-states. Where's Tyre? Oh, over here. We would get some influence with that city-state. Yeah, okay, might as well do it. Alright then. And a few farms. And Ethiopia grabbed the tile, unfortunately. But I knew that's going to happen. That was kind of hard to avoid. I don't really care about it all that much. I do have open borders with them right now. And once I declare war, I will be raising this city. I don't want it there. For obvious reasons. It will be pretty easy to take it. In fact, I might just start with that. Once I declare war. We can attack it with 4 or even 5 artillery units. From this side and from this side. And then we can capture it with a caravel or whatever. It will be pretty easy to take it. And he won't be able to defend it very well, since it's completely surrounded. So, any more improvements? What do we need? Not a whole lot. Okay, well, the worker will be unemployed for now. Farm. And next. Catherine entered industrial era. Go you! And we got electricity, so tell me we got aluminum. Yes, we do. Nice. Only one source. But it's 8. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's go improve it right away. I'm glad I have some. And it looks like we could steal some from Austria with a citadel. Although, that's only 3. Just looking around for any sources just outside of our borders. Oh yeah, we got coal near Mecca. We should buy that tile immediately. Let's annex the city and I'll just buy that tile. 380 gold. Okay, that's expensive. Should probably chop that forest first. Well, our border might expand there. If Arabia gets one of the tiles next to the coal, I'm probably going to buy it. But we can wait a little bit. Let's queue up a few things. We probably want a factory in Mecca. It will have pretty good production. Especially with Petra. So, yep. We can get a factory everywhere with that second source of coal. I don't want to ban luxuries, are you crazy? Hey, that's not very nice, Byzantium. Why would they want to ban rum? Well then... I do have marble too. So this is a bit of a problem. But others also have marble. Let's vote against the rum ban. I hope that's going to fail. I kind of need my happiness, even with the Forbidden Palace. Let's find out, and that was research agreement. Need to sign a new one. So, is it going to fail? I need it to fail. It passed, damn it. Okay, that really sucks. So, we might as well replace that improvement with a plantation again. Although, I think we'll just keep rum that way. Yeah, I don't think it will transform back into sugar. No, it will not, probably. At least that seems unlikely. We might as well try, though. Really sucks that it got banned. Oh well, we are still in the positives. But it's going to be a problem. Back we go, and caravan to Byzantium. Probably. Or we can trade with Austria. Sure, why not? Horses. We can sell some. I don't need that many.
Grüß Gott.
Alright, let's sell some. Maybe just one to Austria. 67 gold. And we can sell one to Germany.
Was nun?
Alright, 67. Good enough. What about that coal? Let's just buy that tile and I can start improving it right away. It's expensive, but I don't care. I need it. Yeah, I don't care about what you have to say. Are we there yet? Pyramids! Nice pyramids, bro. A little bit late for that, don't you think? Because I do. Plus one population. Alright, we should probably change assignments here a little bit. Work the university. And need it to grow a bit. Let's see. We can balance it a bit. I need some production, not just all food. That seems reasonable. It will grow in 10 turns. So let's replace this. Yeah, this will not convert rum back to sugar. Oh well. Maybe we'll be able to repeal it in the future. Probably not. But if I get allied with a few city-states, then maybe.
Ich sehe.
No, I'll keep my horses. Still need that research agreement. With Ethiopia, no, I don't actually want that. If we plan to declare war on Ethiopia. That's not a good idea. So, we got all the research agreements we need at the moment. Declaration of friendship will expire soon. We still need dynamite, so we are waiting for that. And we need more units, because we don't really have enough at the moment. That's fine. I'm about to finish ironworks. We could get... What could we get? Probably another cannon or two. The public school will have to wait. Also, we got enough faith to faith buy that public school. In Nassau, it's worth doing. This city doesn't have a lot of production. It definitely needs more. Alright. And that's that. Repair all this crap. And we got all the improvements we need, almost. We can get another distillery or two. Are you done improving the spices yet? He's still removing the Django, okay. Whatever. We're about to finish the courthouse, so our happiness should be mostly fine. Also, another scientist is coming. It might be time to just pop this guy. 3600. He will be worth more if we wait. Especially since we're finishing some public schools right now. I'm not declaring war just yet, there's no huge rush to get dynamite right now, immediately. Yeah, we can wait a little bit longer. Oh, one more aluminum, right. We should probably buy that one. We should definitely buy that one. Arabia won't like it, but I don't care. They are not relevant in this game anymore. So, cargo ship. Where do we want to send it? Oh, that was to Lalibela. Yeah, we need to send it elsewhere. Damascus wouldn't be a terrible trade route. It would be relatively safe. Okay, I suppose that works. And there's the declaration of friendship. No, that's with Austria. We can extend that. I don't plan declaring war on Austria anytime soon. So, Byzantium, are you going to pick your ideology or what? They are getting 50 tourism per turn. Their choice will be very important here. I need to wait for their choice. But we might as well get started on Oxford. Tortuga will be the top production city right about now. I guess it makes sense to build it here. At least it will be faster that way. Alright, we'll build it in Tortuga, that's fine. +1 pop. We'll work the mine. Need to get at least a little bit of production in there. What's next in the queue? Walls. I think we need barracks more than walls. Well, I suppose we can get both. Come on, Byzantium, move that stupid prophet out of the way. How rude. I hate when they do that. Yeah, whatever you say. I don't care. Are you moving or what? Come on, there we go, that's better. Now I can actually improve my resource. So we got 16 aluminum, that's going to be more than enough. Oh hey, spices, and we're about to get spices actually. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That only happened because I sold all my copies. Useful. He's still increasing in value. Well, he will be increasing in value, especially when we're building public schools. So how's that declaration of friendship? It's almost gone, alright. Should probably start moving units towards Ethiopia, I guess. Sell some more iron. We got 5. I guess we can sell some. I don't think I'll be building that many frigates. I won't have the time. And I want to get some of my unique units. The Corsairs. Metallurgy. Alright. Well, let's start moving some of these units across. Might as well. Maybe not every single one. Then again, this city should be pretty easy to take. Ethiopia is getting 400 gold per turn right now. Ethiopia is number 1 in everything except literacy. So yeah. They have like triple my production. And double my population. Yeah, way more than double my population. They went super tall as they tend to do. Alright, improve. There's no way Arabia is going to attack us. But I'd like to keep some basic defenses in this area. You know, just in case. I could probably get someone to declare war on them. Like Byzantium. I wouldn't mind Byzantium getting a little bit stronger. Yeah, they would do it, but they are asking for a little bit too much, perhaps. Yeah, that's a little bit too much. I don't necessarily want Germany to do it. But if it's cheaper... Oh, he has a peace treaty. Okay. Well, I'll keep some basic defenses in Puerto Cabello. I might need that general. Because we will likely need a citadel. Here's the thing, I might have to use both the generals. One to grab a citadel close to Ethiopia, and one to maintain connection to Mecca. Because Arabia will steal this tile right here. And I can't buy it because it's too far away from both my cities. So I expect them to steal that tile and break my city connection, because that's going to happen. Alright, let's move these guys across. It's probably time to upgrade the crossbowmen, but I'm saving for artillery upgrades right now. Because that's a little bit more important. Way more important even. I'll just keep some crossbowmen here. Move them into the cities. And one to Tortuga. Alright. Looks good, and we can grab a policy. So, do we want to finish exploration? Possibly. That will reveal hidden antiquity sites. I might do it. I very rarely do that. Almost never. Did any AIs go for exploration? Doesn't... yeah, Ethiopia went for exploration. But it's just Ethiopia. I think we'll finish it. So, +4 gold from all sea trade routes. I don't really need a great admiral right now. Let's grab the gold from sea trade routes. And +1 population, good. Yep, looks good to me. 21, actually 21 turns is a bit much, maybe. 9 turns. Okay, 9 turns is fine. We need more population. Alright, so Declaration of Friendship expired. And we do not want to extend it anymore. It's unfortunate that I can't get him involved in any war. I can try again, but I already tried it several times. And it just wasn't going to happen. Also, I don't want the open borders with Byzantium anymore. Because they might steal my antiquity sites. And I can't see them yet. So there's no way for me to prevent that from happening. One of the many reasons why I don't like open borders too much, you can't break open borders. Other than by declaring war, but declaring war on Byzantium just to prevent them from getting antiquity sites would be a bit of an overkill. Oh yeah, I don't actually have astronomy yet, right. So I can't go through ocean tiles. Okay. No problem, we can go through here. Alright, and one more farm or a trading post? Nah, let's grab a farm. 15 population in Port Royal, 10 turns for the city to grow. I think we can afford to work some production. Actually, no, we should work the Artist Guild. There. Yep. 10 turns. Well, production will kind of suck while we wait. But we need more population. We need at least 20 pop in Port Royal. We really do. +1 pop here. 17 turns. 12 turns. Well, we can speed it up even more. 10 turns. I probably want walls before declaring war on Ethiopia. Yeah. Might be worth getting city walls everywhere. Yeah, it probably is. So, Byzantium, come on, pick your stupid ideology already. Like, what the heck are you waiting for? Yeah, let's get city walls in our capital and in Puerto Cabello after the factory. And probably in Mecca, but we need that factory in Mecca. I could also buy a public school in Mecca once I get 600 faith. Might be worth considering. Alright, next. So I know Ethiopia has their unique unit, which means it might be a good idea to wait for rifling. Because, you know, I don't want to actually lose that war. And they do have the strongest army, and I can't get them involved in any wars. It's a problem. Yeah, they won't do it, I already tried. Russia? Nope, they will not do it. What about Germany? Is Germany still at war? Yes, with Byzantium. Well, we can ask one more time, but it's not going to happen. Nope. Not going to happen. It's very unfortunate. Declare war on Arabia? No, he just won't do it. Alright, I can always try later, once everyone picks their ideologies. Did Ethiopia pick ideology yet? They didn't, did they? Oh yeah, autocracy, right. Well, they do have opposing ideology with Germany, and Germany has a pretty strong army, and they still aren't willing to do it. That's likely, at least partially, because they are already at war. They might be willing once they're done fighting Byzantium. So we'll try then. They probably wouldn't fight very actively because they aren't quite close to each other, but it would be helpful getting them to declare war on each other. I could also get allied with Mbanza Congo. It might give us a small distraction. Wait, that scout is still there, really? Okay, well, I didn't even know he's still alive. Okay, that's fine. So, Mbanza Congo. We could get allied with it for 1000. It might be worth it, honestly. It's a militaristic city-state. It would be a nice distraction. I think it's actually worth it. What other city-states can we get allied with? Mombasa is all the way over here. I wouldn't mind Genoa because it's a mercantile city-state, but Austria has 126. Alright, let's get Mbanza Congo. We got almost 2000 gold, so it's worth it. Yep, let's do it. There we go. Their army isn't exactly strong, but I just need them to distract Ethiopia once we declare war. That's the only thing I really need them for. Disembark. Alright, let's move across. How's that scientist? How much is he worth? 4000. I think we should pop him by now. It will speed up dynamite. And I kind of need rifling. And then navigation. So dynamite, then rifling, and then navigation, and archaeology, and biology. Alright, let's just pop him. So how's the tech status now? We got 44 techs. Ethiopia has 47. Germany has 49. Yeah, Germany is getting quite strong. I might have to do something about that. But I need to see which ideology Byzantium will go for. This will determine my entire strategy for the late game, more or less. If they go order, for example, then I'll go order myself and stay friendly with Germany and Byzantium. The thing about Berlin is that it's not too far away. I could just go through here, like so. I just don't like isolated Ethiopia. We'll see. I need to see the ideology first before I decide anything. This is too early. Alright, now we just wait a bit. For more units and for ideologies. Cargo ship. I think that was our internal trade route. No, that was a trade route with Ethiopia. We need to send it elsewhere at this point. City-state, perhaps? Mbanza Congo, 20 gold, but that's not a very safe trade route either. Tire. Well, that's slightly safer, and 18 gold per turn is not bad. Where's Riga? Okay, out of all these city-states, Tire is the safest one to trade with. +1 pop. Yep, we can keep working the production. 10 turns for the factory to finish. Alright, carry on. Arabia and Venice are now friends. Yeah, Venice is still in this game. And they actually got a second city, Graz. And we got a unit from Mbanza Congo ready. Well, that was worth it. Shock or drill? It's a bit of a mix around here. So it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's grab drill. And drill too. Or medic. Yeah, medic will be useful. I don't have any units with medic at all. I really don't like these unique units. This is going to be a pain. I can already tell you that. How many cities do they have? They got 14 cities. Okay, they got more cities than us. That's a good thing, because at least they won't get their second bonus. Because they have two bonuses. One from the actual unique unit, and one from their unique ability. So at least they won't be getting one of these. Well, Mecha is still connected. Any improvements? We can improve this incense. Anyway, I'm going to make a cut here and continue in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.